So if you spent any time on social media over the last few days, you might have noticed that Argentina won the World Cup. And a lot of people in Argentina quite like that. And don't get me wrong, the scenes were incredible, especially some of the drone footage, the flying over the streets of Buenos Aires. You've got 4 million people there all clamouring to get a look of Messi and the rest of them. Martinez probably holding something else to his crotch. They all just want to show how much they appreciate that team bringing back the World Cup. They're the first South American team to do it in 20 years and the first Argentinian team to do it since 1986. So, you know, celebrations are valid. Have a few days off, have a bit of champagne, enjoy yourselves. But personally, I'd argue that these revelries have taken a bit of a dark turn with a certain motif that's running through them, and that motif is disrespect. Look, darlings, you've already won the World Cup. You don't have to get inside the head of your opponent anymore. But these passionate Argentinian fans don't think the same as me, and they've created a bunch of unflattering effigies of Kylian Mbappe, you know, the man who lost the World Cup final, and are portraying them in a not so gracious light. And I'm not a fan of that, I'm not going to lie. Mbappe took the loss well. He's not disrespected Argentina recently. I mean, I know he said that stuff about South American football and European football, but he kind of had a point. But the Argentinians haven't been so quiet about it, and it all started with that wonderful shithouse, Emi Martinez, right after the game, in the dressing room, holding a moment of silence for Kylian Mbappe, you know, as if he died. So rather than focusing on your country winning the World Cup for the first time in, what, 30-odd years? You're focusing on the man who put the ball past your net 4 times. But, you know, that was said in a red haze maybe after winning the World Cup. He calmed down right after. No, he did not. In the parade, he was spotted with a baby doll, like a little toy doll that you'd give to a child with the face of Kylian Mbappe attached to it. You know, this is pretty disrespectful. He's lost the World Cup. He's already down and out. You don't need to do that. You don't need to call him a baby. But it goes one further because there is video footage of said Emi Martinez holding that baby to his crotch. Now, if that's not a bit sus, I don't know what is. The police might have to put in a referral for Emi Martinez when he gets back to Villa. And, following the leadership of their great penalty hero, Emi Martinez, Argentina fans have followed in the same suit, throwing Ninja Turtle toys up into the team bus, because apparently he looks like one. Which he does, and that's pretty funny to be fair. And even further we go when we're seeing pictures of his face being burned on wooden planks. Now, if that's not a threat of violence, I don't know what is. Football is a game, and I understand passion, but that just takes it way too far. And the unfortunate thing is, you're unlikely to see this in other sports. Football's got a huge reputation for having these hooligan fans, and it's not going away anytime soon. And I get it. Some people might argue that this is just harmless fun. I mean, I'm an English football fan. I understand rivalries. I understand chants against the opposition. I mean, I have heard the song about Adam Johnson being a nonce I don't know how many times. I get it. But the guy's lost the final. He's finished. He's going back to PSG. You're not going to play him for at least another 4 years. You don't have to trample on his grave. All you're doing is kicking a dead horse. You're throwing your grandma's ashes onto the bonfire. It's pointless and it's just distasteful, if I'm honest. However, I have had this conversation a lot over the past 2 days, and some people say that their manner, their ability to take the mick out of people and to get into people's heads actually gave them the edge. And I was wondering how many people actually thought this, and how many people thought that, say, if the respectful teams like England, apparently, with the fair play trophy, participation trophy or whatever that they got, if England were a little bit more like Argentina in mentality, would they have gotten further? It is an interesting point of view. And some people have argued that as the victor, it is your right to trash the losers. Like, it's not about winning the trophy, it's about who you beat, which I can understand to a point. I mean, the England fans still sing 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup whenever we face Germany, so it's an understandable point of view. But personally, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and it doesn't feel like what a beautiful game should be. We should be respectful, we should be sportsmanlike, and to do stuff to effigies of one of the best players in the world right now, it just makes us out to be hooligans again and puts us back into that 1980s, 1990s vibe when there were actual legal implications put in place for football matches because the mob mentality was so bad. And I've just realised after filming most of this video that my t-shirt is the same colour as my curtains. I mean, don't take the mick out of Mbappe, take the mick out of me. But anyway, I'm not somebody who really likes that kind of disrespect. But I can understand why people think that it's part of the game. So if you think any differently to me, make sure you drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to start a debate in this channel. And if you like these kind of debates, or you're just a fan of sport in general, we're going to be doing a lot more. So just subscribe for us. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the comments.